Jonathan Dwyer just left the Phoenix Police Department downtown after spending hours here this afternoon being questioned by officers. We have video just into the newsroom of the 25-year-old running back being led into jail a few minutes ago. He was pulled from practice earlier today by officers looking to question him about two alleged domestic violence situations. Police say those accusations involve his wife and young son. In one of the incidents, one alleged victim suffered a broken bone.
All right, folks, and it continues in the NFL. Joining us now, I am so thrilled to talk to this man. He's a Hall of Famer, former quarterback for the Giants and the Vikings, went to 3 Super Bowls, was an MVP of the league, etc. The honors go on, and he's, of course, TV personality and founder of GoSmallBiz.com, and we'll talk to him about that as well. Fran Tarkenton. Hello, sir.
Good to be with you, Steve. Thank you.
Great to talk to you. It's an honor for me and a thrill at the same time. All right. First of all, when you see this happening and the whole focus on the NFL is negative, what's going through your mind?
Well, I have this in my mind. It's the women that are being victimized. It's the young children, 4-year-old children that are being victimized. And the thing that I'm hoping for is that this league, the owners of this league, the commissioner of this league, are going to get something done. We don't need this to be something that's pushed under the table. We don't need this to be something we're going to have spin control. What's going on here is a societal problem. It's being given a platform by these football players that are doing awful things with these women, and we've got to not sweep this under the rug. And I think at first, you know, when you have big businesses, big government, and the NFL is big business, the first thing is have spin control. And maybe it's not so bad, and not this and not that. And they were even playing these guys. And Greg Hardy, who threatened his wife or girlfriend or what. Here's a 280, 90-pound man beating her, choking her, telling her he's going to kill her, and on and on and on. We cannot let these people get away with this. We've got to have zero tolerance here. And the National Football League cannot just spin this. I know my team, the Minnesota Vikings, you know, they suspended Adrian Peterson. Then they were going to play him this week, and now they've gone back and suspended him again after a news conference yesterday. I connected with the Will, and I said, I commend you for admitting you were wrong, and you want to get it right. I want our owners to get it right. And to get it right, we got to have zero tolerance for what these people have done. Let's go back to Michael Vick. Michael Vick was put in prison for abusing dogs. I'm a dog lover. I understand that. But if we put him in prison, how about people who are abusing girlfriends, wives, and children that are 4 years old? There's got to be a consequence to this. This cannot just be in whitewashed with a 2-game suspension. We got to kick these people out of the league.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Let me just say, I am with you. I don't understand how prosecutors and police looked at that video in the elevator, because they saw it at the beginning and did not give Ray Rice jail time or prosecute him and put him on trial, and they cut him this deal that only 1% of such offenders get in that jurisdiction. So my whole thing was the focus of our anger and outrage should be with the police and the prosecutors for letting him walk. So I was going to ask you, when you say zero tolerance of the league, they can't put these guys in jail. But are you saying then that Ray Rice should never be allowed back in as of even right now, and Adrian Peterson, who has not gone to trial yet? If he goes to trial and is acquitted, are you saying he should never be let back in?
From the Ray Rice thing and what I've seen there and what we know there, he should never play on an NFL team again. He should not have that privilege. And what I've seen of Greg Hardy, same thing. The Adrian Peterson thing, I just haven't seen the pictures from the kid and so forth, and I'm not as strong about that. but it's certainly not right. It's certainly wrong. And then I go to San Francisco. And here in San Francisco by the Bay, right, where we have a community of San Francisco that's very liberal, that supposedly reaches out to the disenfranchised, you would think that there would be an outcry in San Francisco for the 49ers to continue to play Ray Donaldson, a 300-pound defensive lineman, and they're playing him after he has been charged with spousal abuse and in the worst ways, and they are letting him play because they need him to play to have a better chance to win. That's just flat out wrong. At least the other teams are suspending their people and not letting them play, and I applaud that, but I don't want the NFL to whitewash this deal. You know, this is a societal problem. It's been going on a long time, and not much has been done about this type of behavior towards our women and towards kids. And now they have the platform of the National Football League, which is the most explosive platform of information there is in this country today in the fall, where football is now well into this season. And boy, it would be a terrible mark on the NFL if they don't follow through with this.
Let me ask you.
It'll be a terrible mark on the teams if they don't follow through with this.
Fran, do you agree with, for instance, the president of Now and some others who say that there's a culture, just the very existence of the NFL? She even cited cheerleaders, the existence of cheerleaders who she claims are abused. I never heard anything about that. Do you believe that the culture of the NFL, because it's a job where you're supposed to be, hit and be violent to an extent, that carries over? Do you buy into that?
I think that in this great sport, in such a popular sport that I played, I think we've got to have a tremendous transformation. And I think Commissioner Goodell understands that. I hope the owners understand that, because this league has gotten away with bad things for the 55 years that I've been involved.
So you're saying the game, Fran, you're saying the game has to change, has to transform? No.
The league has to transform.
Okay.
Because all the way back from 1961, we have been a drug-infested league. Drug-infested. Pain pills, horrible pain drugs, and we're worse today. Performance-enhancing drugs, steroids, you name them, to get bigger and stronger, and it's just gone unattended to. We have pushed it under the ground. The owners don't even talk about what's going on in their locker rooms with people putting on 40 and 50 and 60 pounds by taking high-powered performance-enhancing drugs that they do not monitor. They look the other way. They're every locker room in this country on Sundays, they get in a bag of 5 big-time pain pills that are not good for these people.
I got you.
And that's prevalent also. When I played, they shot me up with these pain pills, high-powered butazolidine, into my shoulder and allow me to play. And they would give me those shots all during the season. They outlawed butazolidine shooting up horses. And what happened to me? The last 3 years of my career, I couldn't throw a football over 40 yards. Went to Super Bowls against Pittsburgh. I couldn't throw during the week. I had my shoulder replaced right after I got out of the NFL.
I got you. Yeah.
And now I had all that. Today we have more violence on the field than ever before, because when you put these drugs into these people, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and the contact is more than ever before. And they're allowing this to happen. And this generation of player, the NFL came out with a study just this week
on Alzheimer's and brain damage.
Their study said that 28% of the NFL players will have cognitive damage during their lifetime. Alzheimer's, dementia, Lou Gehrig's disease, and so forth. 28%. And now you put just watch ESPN sometime and watch these people that have been huge guys on the football field have all of a sudden shrunk.
I know.
Right before our eyes on television.
They're shells of what they are. Fran, we're up against the clock. Briefly, GoSmallBiz.com. Give me 30 seconds synopsis.
I'll give you real quick. I have a website for entrepreneurs called GoSmallBiz.com. It'll make you smarter, give you the information to grow your business. I invite you to go there. GoSmallBiz.com.
I hope you'll come back. We could talk more about that and some other things as well. Thank you, Fran. A pleasure. Fran Tarkenton, ladies and gentlemen, and not afraid to speak his mind. That's for darn sure. GoSmallBiz.com, and I hope Fran will come back soon and we can continue the conversation. All right, folks, we're coming back. The Malzberg panel is next. Don't go away. Right here on Newsmax Television.